Hi guys, Monday Moments with Sarah. Good to see you guys, even if it is virtually. So what we're going over tonight is a little bit about Brightwheel, mainly like name to face and putting in activities. So Brightwheel is our app that we use to keep in contact with parents, to let them know how the kid's day is going. It's really cool. I love that you can instant message kind of with parents throughout the day. And it's nice that we can send pictures to parents. But what's a cool feature that I realize a lot of people may not know about is name to face. So this is a portion of the app where we check to make sure that every child is still with us, and we mark it through the app. So there is, on the homepage of your app on your tablet in the classroom, there's a button at the bottom that says add activity, and when you hit that, it's gonna show all the different activities that you can add, and there should be a circle that says name to face, and you're gonna tap on that. When you hit the name to face, you're gonna see all the children in your classroom. If they are highlighted or like that bold color, then that means that the children are there for the day. If they're that black and white or gray color, that means they're not there for the day. So what you're gonna do is every hour on the hour from the time we open until the time we close. So that means starting at 8 a.m. because obviously there's no kids there at 7, right at 7. But 8 a.m. until that 5 p.m., we're going to check to see the children. So we're going to hit that name to face, and we're going to say, okay, I see Roxanne. She's here. So I'm going to click on her picture once I hit that name to face, and it's going to put a check mark on her picture. And then I look over and I say, I see Reed. I'm going to hit check. Oh, I look over and I see Margaret, so I'm going to check. And once I have visually seen, not just counted the kids, but visually seen each child and said, yep, I see them, check, check. And every child that is highlighted on there that is in for the day, I've visually seen them and I've checked them on name to face. Then I'm going to hit the bottom on the bottom, and it will add activity. Now this activity won't go to parents, so the parents are gonna be like, oh my gosh, every hour they're checking to make sure my kid's still there, but it's just gonna go to the office. So the office has on their main board, it shows, yes, this classroom had every single child at this time, and they had every single child at this time, and they knew where they were. Now, name to face isn't just for every hour. Yes, we need to be doing it every hour, but we also need to be doing it anytime we're leaving our classroom. So if you're taking the kids out on the playground, if you're going for a walk, name to face needs to be completed when you leave the building. It needs to be completed as you come into the building. What makes it really useful is, so if you have a fire drill, like obviously you're going to want to know that you have all your children with you. So as you're getting out of the building, you're going to go, yep, I see this child, check, 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 check. And you're going to complete that name to face. What was really useful for me is sometimes I got really busy during the day. We all get there, right? It's a busy job. I found it easy to forget. So I would set an alarm on the tablet, and the kids got to the point where they're like, Miss Sarah, the alarm's going off. It's name to face time. And I sometimes had kids who were like, I'd help it. They'd help me find everyone. We'd make it a game where I'd make a song saying, where is Jenny? Where is Jenny? There she is. There she is. So you can make it fun. It's not just like a big chore, but again, that name to face needs to be happening, and it's just like kind of this way to make sure everyone's there, everyone's safe, that there's no one playing hide and seek where you can't find them, because we all love to do that. The other thing with Brightwheel that we wanted to talk a little bit about is how to input activities. So we need to be inputting a minimum of 2 activities a day to share with the parents kind of what we're doing. So yes, we have our lessons plans posted in the classroom. That's part of licensing. But let's be honest, a lot of parents aren't going to go stop and read those lesson plans, and right now they're not in our classrooms. So a great way to share with those parents, and a lot of things are digital right now, is it's just moved that way, is sending those activities through Brightwheel. So included in those activities, you can either do it at the beginning of the morning. I really found it useful to do at rest time. A lot of our iPads or Kindles or Nooks or whatever we have that are the tablets, basically, they have like a speaker button, so you don't even have to sit there and type it in. You can just talk and it'll record it. So that was awesome at nap time. I could just really quickly put the speaker button and talk and tell them about our activity, and we would record it in there for us. So included in those activities, you want a brief description of the activity, what you did, any materials you use, and any skills the children are working on during those activities. So that would go into our core. So we've heard from parents all the time, they're just playing. What are they learning? I don't get it. Why are we doing this activity? Like, they don't understand. And one way that we can help them understand and teach them and show them that we are not just babysitters, but we're educators, is by explaining more the learning that's going on, because they just might not know. So that's where the core is going to come in. When you're explaining the activity, you're going to say, this worked on fine motor, this worked on gross motor, this worked on our healthy habits and self-help skills, this worked on our communication, this worked on geometry. But as you get more familiar with core, and actually it will probably help you become more familiar with core, is you can get a little more in depth. So we know, like, one of those geometry or math notes for core is saying, okay, they recognize shapes such as square, rectangular, or square, triangle, and circle. So you can flat out say, hey, today we went on a shape hunt and looked for shapes all around the room. And this works on our math skills or our geometry skills, but not just saying geometry skills. You can say works on recognizing these shapes, which is one of our curriculum content areas. Or you can say that when they're drawing their family, like, then that's where we're going to FF. Can they recognize similarities and differences in people? Can they fine motor, hold a pencil or pen in a tripod grasp and make a closed shape? Or art note, can they draw a picture with, I can't remember the wording of it, but like a few details, and then the next level up is like more details. So really get into it so they realize, like, we're not just like spouting fine motor, or art. Like, say, what are we doing in those content areas? What are those like smaller milestones within there that we're trying to meet? You can also share like what the children enjoyed about the activity or what made you plan that activity, because we all know we're supposed to be planning based on their interests. So if the children really love to play in the water, and so you end up doing sink and float, then you're going to say, I planned sink and float, and I planned that because I noticed that they all wanted to play in the sink when they were washing their hands, or they all wanted to play in the puddles outside. So we planned this activity based on their interests, and that's how we develop from here. Not only, and you could use like specific quotes that they said. That's kind of how we want to share those activities with parents. Again, make sure in Brightwheel that you're also sharing 2 pictures a day in the morning and 2 pictures in the afternoon. A lot of times it's sometimes harder in the afternoon because we're busy. We're trying to make sure everything's packed up for the afternoon. Parents are coming in and out to the door, but we really want them to know, like, we're not just doing stuff in the morning, but we're doing stuff in the afternoon too. It's not just a free-for-all in the afternoon. Make sure that any pictures that you're sending, like, they're going to the correct family. So it's really easy to accidentally tap the wrong child and send it to the wrong family. Oops. It's got to pay more attention. I've done it. Oops, send it to the wrong family. And only select the children that are in the photo. If it's a group picture, don't select all, because it sends it to all the children in the entire classroom, not just the ones that are there for the day, but the kids who are absent too. So these parents are going to get pictures and their kid's not even there for the day. So you really need to check and say, I'm going to select checked in, not all. Also, if a child's been crying and it's really noticeable, like, wait until they calm down and their face isn't red or blotchy. Be mindful of boogers and drool and dirt and food on places when taking pictures. And please, 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 please tag the Green Garden child when you send pictures so we can use them for Facebook content. We know you guys are awesome teachers. We know you guys have awesome activities and plans for the kids, and we want to showcase that to the parents. But when you take pictures, if you don't tag the Green Garden child, when myself or like another admin go into Brightwheel to find the pictures, we have to go into each individual classroom, which is 20 classrooms right now, or each individual child, and go through their feed and search it. That's way over 100 children, and it's a lot to go through. But if you notice, each classroom, you'll see a child's that's called Green Garden. That's the office. So when you take a picture and you tap that circle, it gets sent to the office too. So then when I go and look through Brightwheel, or when another admin goes and looks through Brightwheel, and we're trying to find pictures of the cool things you guys do, there's one account for Madison Heights, there's one for Huntington Woods, there's one for Hazel Park, and soon to be Rochester Hills. So that's only 4 feeds to check instead of 20 classrooms or 100 plus children to check. So it really makes us easier, and we really, really, really want to share those. Just one quick guideline about that. If it's a video, we can't share it if you have the kids' names in them. So hopefully this wasn't information overload. Just real quick again, Brightwheel, do your name to faces. I'm going to put a link in the comments so you can see a video. So if you're a visual person, it'll walk you step by step how to do name to face. Sharing activities, make sure you're telling them, sharing 2 a day, and telling them what the kids are working on. And 3, make sure you're sending 2 pictures in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and sharing them. Oh, excuse me, sharing them to the Green Garden child so we can share your awesomeness on our Facebook page. Have a great night, guys. Bye.